Hello, this is David from the True Blue Sand Blog, and here is our illegal stump project. We're going to show you how to make a stump that OSHA does not approve of you using. It's actually a very useful stump, but you're not supposed to use it as a domino stump. And I call it a domino stump, others call it a step cut. But we're going to show you how you set this up. If you're going to make trees fall like dominoes, one hitting the other, that's how you would set it up. That's what we're going to show you. I don't use it that way. I use it if I'm going to push a tree over, or you can also use it if you're going to pull a tree over with a winch or a cable or a rope. And we're going to show that. And that's a pecan, and it's about 10 inches. I'm kind of far off. I'm going to say about 10 inches diameter breast height. And the reason we're going to cut it, it's too close to that barn. In a few more years it's going to be beaten on the barn. And the other reason we're going to cut it is because it is just west of our solar panels, and you can see the shadow from that tree reaching under those solar panels. And as the sun gets a little lower, it's going to go over the top rank of those solar panels and pretty much effectively knock the wattage way down here at the end of the day. And we're let's see, what is it, July 18th, so we're about a month into summer. During the summer, as the sun is farther north, when it gets this late, that shadow is going to be right across those panels, so it knocks out quite a bit of time that those panels can produce. And you can see that shade from that thing goes clear over there, clear, you know, it goes the length of those panels. So that tree is going to go, and then I've got a honey locust over there and a cherry that are up in the edge of the woods there. They're going to go too, because they're kind of reaching out. But anyway, that tree's costing me money when it gets in the afternoon. So anyway, we just had those solar panels running, let's see, we've got them running right after July 4th. So we've been running about 2 weeks. And we enjoy watching the meter on it showing how much it's making. Anyway, pretty neat. But we noticed right away that pecan tree is catching us, cutting off the production a little bit. And as we go toward fall, the sun will be farther south, and it won't be a problem. You know, in the winter, the sun's going to be setting over the way we're facing there. Now the sun is, right now, let's see, we're out here, you can see the sun up there in the sky. Right, but it catches it late in the afternoon and knocks off, you know, probably knocks off more than an hour of production on those panels. So anyway, but let's discuss this tree a little bit. It's a little bit, if you look at the crown, look at your crown, it's got some limbs down low that we can knock off with a pole saw, and that will help the balance. That'll get a little weight off for the south side and a little bit weight off the west side. Anyway, we're going to change the balance of that tree a little bit and push it toward the northwest, direct, you know, kind of angling away from those panels. And it's once I take those off, I think it's going to be fairly well balanced. You know, your choices are, you can wedge it, or you can pull it with a cable or a rope, or you can push it over with equipment. We're going to push it over with the tractor because we've got a loader. It's not a very big tree. It'll be real easy to push, and it saved me pounding wedges. And also, when you have a tree that's not all that big, you know, it's only about a foot in diameter down on the stump, you don't have a heck of a lot of room there to play around with wedges. So we're going to go the easy route. It would be easy to push over, but we're going to show you how to do that cut. We showed you that cut on my stump video, but you're going to see this one in action. We'll make the cuts and put a camera down there on the stump as we push it over, so you can see what happens when that shears. And I think it'll be a fun time. So anyway, that's all for right now. And let's see how that shadow's doing. Boy, that shadow is getting right up there to the back of the panel. Yeah. Man, it's amazing. It reaches the whole length of that panel. And the sun goes down a little more, it's going to cover the whole top rank. And we don't like that. Anyway, we'll get on into the video here when I get the chainsaw going, and we'll catch you later. Okay, it's the next morning. Got a south breeze pushing the tree the direction we want. We like that. We're going to use the pole saw to take off a couple of these limbs on the back side to change the weight of the tree. That'll give us a little more advantage. So anyway, these pole saws, I think everybody would have one if they tried them a few times. This thing really helps you out when you're working on cutting trees down. You get these lower limbs off, you can change the balance real easy. So we're going to knock some of these off and pick up our sticks, and then we'll cut the tree down. Okie dokie. I'll pick up those sticks and then we'll get to cutting the tree. Okay, we are going to do our illegal stump. Some people call it a step cut. I call it a domino cut. It's the cut you would use if you're going to make one tree push another and push another and push another. And you don't want to do that when you don't want to make trees push the other one down. It's very dangerous to do that. But knowing how to do the cut can be handy, because I can get this all set up and it's stable, and then I can get on my tractor and push it over. Or if I was winching it over, I could go operate my winch, and the tractor or the winch will break it loose and it stands there stable until you're ready to go. So I'm going to make my aiming cut over here, dropping it that way. Make the aiming cut. We're going to Okay, so we are going to put our front cut in here. That'll be our face, taking it that way. And then I'm going to bore it, create a hinge, and we're going to leave a thick back strap. That tree will be standing steady on the hinge and the thick back strap. And anyway, we'll stop again and explain where we're going from there. Okay, we've got our front face now. Now I'm going to punch it from this side. I'll bring the bar out over here, dog in, and bring it up here where we've got about a 1-inch hinge. Okay, now what we've got our front face, we've got a hinge. I've got it bore cut back to here. So it's standing on the back strap and the hinge. Now what we're going to do next is stick a wedge in there. And that's just to stabilize it in case the wind gets squirrely or anything. If you had back weight and you're afraid of shearing your wood back here with the tree setting backwards, that's your protection right there. Now what we're going to do now is drop down 3 or 4 inches and cut down here and undercut that bore cut. And then everything's, all that's holding the tree then is your hinge and wood in here that has to shear. And what we're looking for is when I push that tree over, the wood right in here is going to shear. It'll hold the tree steady until we put a good push or a pull on it. So I'm going to fire up and hit that now. Okay, and set the saw down. Okay, that is our illegal stump. That baby can now be pushed over. If you were doing domino falling, which is not legal on a logging job, that's how you'd set your stumps up. But it's really useful if you're working by yourself and you got to go operate the winch now or push it over. So we're going to bring the tractor up and get on the trunk up high and give that thing a push, and that thing should tip over. And I'm going to get the little camera and set up so we got a close-up of that when it shears. Okay, here we go. Oh, that went very well. That went very well. Okay, we should have some good close-ups over there too from the other camera. And that is a step cut or a domino cut or an illegal stump. If you're dropping one tree with another, that's how you would do it, but don't do it. But it's very, very useful cut to know. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate the comments too.